Hey Gemini, welcome to your October 2025 Tarot and Oracle reading. We're going to be asking what's coming towards you this month. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to start with an Oracle deck called the Divine Feather Messenger deck. And that message is going to help guide the rest of the tarot reading. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Geminis and cross-watchers to pray for you, that is always an offer. Say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji, whatever you feel comfortable with. And that gives us something that represents your energy that we can focus on. All right, so we start with a message of new rhythms are coming into your life now, Gemini. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. Changes. Let's do one of these. This is the Mudra deck. I know that a lot of you guys like this deck. And it comes with a hand gesture that will empower the message that you can do on your end of things. This is the hand gesture. It's like the peace sign, but you face it towards yourself, and it means plenty. Be open for great things. Gemini, the mantra goes like this: my happiness is within me. It's just that simple. This is dedicated to the goddess of food and harvest. How perfect is that for October? This mudra strengthens and fulfills the heart. We need food, Gemini, for our spiritual and mental development. When it is lacking, we become needy, wary, and dissatisfied. What nourishes us is everything which inspires, motivates, and enthuses us. Just follow the map. It's like Toucan Sam, follow your nose, right? So whatever makes you feel inspired, whatever excites you, that means go towards it. Finding out exactly what our needs are takes time and care. We should test out what we have to discover to see whether it's truly ours. Let me say that again. We should test out what we discover to see whether it is truly ours. But even just a few minutes spent in our inner refuge can give us a lift and satiate our hunger. Plenty. All right, Gemini, we're going to start with this deck right here. This felt really great to me when I was free shuffling. What's coming towards Gemini in October? If they fly out in reverse, that's how we read them. If they fly out upright, that's how we read them. What's coming towards my Geminis in October? A decision, Two of Swords. Some of you guys might be in this decision-making moment, even at this time that you're seeing this video. This isn't an easy decision. Tell us more for Gemini, October 2025. Okay, let's start with that. Came out like this, boom, boom. That is interesting. Oh, oh, Gemini, a little bit of drama. Let's clarify these, if you don't mind, just a moment. Two of Swords. What does Two of Swords mean for my Geminis? Thank you. Three of Swords for my Geminis. Page of Wands in reverse. We have some immature energy coming through here. Somebody who doesn't want to let go of something, possibly working from their heart space. We'll get to that. Three of Cups. Got people in the picture. My nose is itching. That means something. Oh, means I need to focus on this. King of Pentacles. Who's this King of Pentacles? Yep, see how quick that card flew out. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there's people that are around you in October. I love where it's going with the Ace of Wands. I'll get to that in a moment, but it seems like there might be a nice opportunity coming towards you. And then lastly, Six of Cups. We've got a chunk that flew out. Holy heck, that is ridiculous. I'm going to take every single one. That is just ridiculous. Let's do it. Okay, let me take a moment. Fresh deck of cards. What's this? Thank you. This seems to be affecting your home or your stability. Maybe that's your work environment even, or a sense of community. I know I just covered everything, but bear with me. We have the Four of Wands popping up throughout your reading. And Four of Wands talks about our stability. You think about four legs of a chair, and if you take one of those legs off, well, the chair falls over. So the Four of Wands talks about milestones in our lives. It can talk about our home. I oftentimes equate it to home. There seems to be difficult decision to make in October. And this decision comes with a bit of wariness. And I think that this is because there's a little bit of fear that might be cloaking your ability to see or hear your intuition. And that is the blindfold, what it represents in the Two of Swords, right? She has a blindfold over her eyes and there's the moon behind her. But if you asked her where it was, she wouldn't be able to tell you. The moon represents intuition. And that blindfold is being blindfolded either with too much information that might be confusing you, but that's just surface still. Underneath that is the fear of making the wrong decision, or is fear in general. So anyway, this is a pretty positive reading, but there's a discernment coming through the reading. It seems that Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck too. Look at that. Two of Swords. I feel like you're making lemonade out of lemons. I feel like there's a situation that is not completely ideal, but you have this energy coming towards you that wants action, that wants you to either say yes to an offer or move. Wands are action based. So this seems like it wants you to make a commitment in a certain direction. We have the Three of Swords, which is a sense of disappointment or heartbreak. This could have been in the past, but either way, there's somebody who's coming out with the Three of Swords, somebody who's coming towards you, who represents, I think that this is somebody who might be offering you an opportunity to break a pattern of some sort with a Devil card in reverse. This is behaviors that don't usually serve us, whether they're addictions or patterns of behavior, codependencies, but it's upside down, which means you're getting an opportunity to break through this. I think it's really important to keep something in mind with this combination of cards, Gemini, that this might be, I got the words Heartbreak King and in my brain, and I don't know why necessarily, but this could be a cycle of committing to the wrong type of energy, because the Knight of Wands comes galloping in very quickly. It has kind of player energy. This does not need to be a romantic love reading. No, it doesn't need to. But whether it's love or it's career, this is a kind of energy where it's like you want to do your research a little bit, or you want to kind of put them through a checks and balances process before you just jump on in to their offer with impulse, because they can have so much enthusiasm and so much energy. It can be very tempting to say yes to this, whether it's romantic or whether it's career, whether it's just an idea, like, let's go do this. Whatever it is, there seems to be a beautiful silver lining to the situation. It's talking about an opportunity to take a closer look with a Hierophant of your commitment here, your commitments and how you commit yourself. And you're getting an opportunity to break through a pattern that I feel that normally you'd get swept along in. So that leads us to this energy when I was talking earlier about immature energy. Gemini, this is going to be an extended. So if you do want to go on to get longer reading, more advice, unpack it much further, that will be a link in the description box below. Okay, back to your reading, because this is big. We have this nurturing energy coming out with an energy that's not, let me give you a scenario. This is somebody who's always giving another person the benefit of the doubt, or a situation the benefit of the doubt. This is, rather than becoming Queen of Swords energy of like boundaries, this is black and white. I'm just going to look at the unemotional, logical, practical aspect of this situation. This is the opposite. This is like, oh, well, maybe they just need another chance, or this is a very nurturing and loving and intuitive energy, but it's not allowing somebody to fully finish here. Finish meaning the Ten of Swords is an ending, things coming to an ending. The Page of Wands upside down, the Ten of Swords upside down. This is immature energy that's around you. This is something that's not exactly getting a chance to close. And I think that might be because somebody doesn't want to admit here how harsh that would feel. There's a harsh abruptness to the Ten of Swords when it's actually right side up. This is maybe a betrayal, or there's an intensity of an abruptness to this kind of ending. And so sometimes we delay the information we have. We act in sometimes denial of somebody's behavior, for instance, because the truth of it is just too stingy. So we look at it through by way of our heart filter, our nurturing and kind and compassionate filter, rather than, hey, facts are facts. And these are boundaries, and, you know, whatever. This is coming through around you. This is energy around you. And to further, this could be friends or a third party energy around you that is a little bit wonky. Three of Cups in reverse. That could be that has frenemy energy, that has an energy of not everybody in this pack is looking out for you. But I do have some cool cards coming out there, and I want to know, I think that there's a victory here of some sort. The victory is in collaborating and working around this energy. That's the Six of Wands. That's a victory. We've got the King of Pentacles. I like that because if there is money involved, if there's work involved, this means that actually, that wins, that shines through. The practical, logical energy takes over despite any funky drama. We have the Ace of Wands and the Four of Wands, and then this beautiful Knight of Cups. This is an opportunity. This is a passionate opportunity, and it makes me reflect on your oracle card, which says, you know, basically pay attention to what enthuses you. Let me read it again. We need food for our spiritual and mental development. When it is lacking, we become needy, weary, dissatisfied. What nourishes us is everything which inspires, motivates, and enthuses us. You have something very inspiring and motivating landing in your lap. Now, I always say with the aces, because they are like gifts that just kind of jump out of nowhere, seemingly. I do also remind people, like, you got to go out there and grab life, you know, by the reins, and not sit around on the couch waiting for this to happen. A lot of people will comment like, I've been waiting for this and this, you know, but then if you ask them, they haven't actually been going out there and putting themselves out there. So it's important to remember that the aces come with action as well. But this is specifically going to kind of enrich your sense of community, enrich your sense of stability. It might even feel like a milestone, specifically around your feeling purposeful, feeling appreciated. Somebody's coming out here, the Knight of Cups, to acknowledge you and to show you care. And this is an energy that is also nurturing and loving. And there's something a little vulnerable in offering this cup. So this knight, whether it's male or female, anybody in between, is making them themselves vulnerable in order to display for you that they care. And so that's very exciting. It feels like it's coming out a little bit closer to the mid-month or later part of the October month. There's something that pays off here. I think it's with family. Some of you guys, the other parties, the other energies I've been describing are family members, being that we've gotten Four of Wands twice. That talks about home. That's very likely, but not with everybody. And family is what you make it, right? So it doesn't have to be blood relatives. But I do feel like there's a sincerity coming through on your part to do something the right way, or to be diligent about something. And I think it pays off. I think this is a month where I see a lot of emotional maturity in the reading for you, specifically on your behalf. Like, you're going to be aware of all that glitters is not gold, and the way that you might be able to get confused, or you might be able to get stuck by looking at all the options equally. And so you're putting a lot of energy into being discerning and finding the balanced and in some cases, the word justified option would be applicable. These cards that tell me this are the Page of Pentacles. It's like the willingness to learn, the willingness to look with discernment upon yourself and maybe your own patterns, your own psychology, putting in that good work. It's like being the student of yourself and the way that you ingest the world, and you're taking in all these options. I think these influences around you. And with that, you're looking at it from a very balanced perspective. This is also a sign with the Justice card. So this is the Seven of Cups. Sorry about that. Seven of Cups to the Justice card. So the Justice card is all about balance and a karmic justice that can come through. If you're going through anything legal or contractual, that is really good. But we have something, this is regarding the past. This is regarding either family and relatives, people from the past, or this was something that had started a while ago, because we've got it all stemming from the Six of Cups, which talks about nostalgia and past coming back around. I think you're going to be making yourself very happy. So that means your behavior, the way you're treating yourself, the way you treat a situation in October is going to give you a Nine of Cups type of feeling, which is that pat on the back, like you did well with this one. But where you really see the emotional intelligence for you, Gemini, in October is with this combination that follows, the Four of Swords with the Eight of Swords, which is, rather than being blindsided or running away from it, you're actually digging down and maybe pondering any places that you're stuck. This is almost got a feeling of like looking back at the month, or looking back even at a previous month and being like, how did I do with that? How could I do this better? Yeah, I'm going to go on to the extended and just unpack this further because there's a lot going on and get some advice. But this is where I leave you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope it was really helpful. The thing to remember is pay attention to what makes you excited and what enthuses you, and say yes. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.